Welcome back, everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Cupid Parasite, an otome game that we just started playing the other day. We're still kind of in the prologue stages where we're learning about all the characters. And yeah, they're introducing our protagonist, who is literally Cupid, which is, I find kind of nice actually, because usually in these otome games, your protag is just like your average Jane. Just, I'm running a flower shop or something. And all these beautiful boys love me, but no, she's literally a god. Her job is to get couples together by, I guess, shooting them with her bow. But it's not working out, so looks like she's going to do things the human way and sneak away to, I guess, Los York, whatever that town is, and become a bridal advisor. Anyway, let's continue. Once again, I found myself sighing wistfully while firing off a few arrows. The HQH incident that took place after I searched the term #Cupid just kept coming back to haunt me. I just got married and it's all thanks to Cupid. Cupid is the best. It had nothing to do with me. It was all about that Cupid Corporation. Found out that they were running an 8th anniversary promotion, and part of that was doing a hashtag campaign. Which must be why so many posts showed up when I did my search. On top of that, it looks like humans are capable of thinking about compatibility between each other, even without the help of Cupid's bow. Apparently, humans have created something called romantic psychology, and have been studying it quite seriously. She didn't mean to, but her comments added insult to injury. I didn't think anyone could comprehend the compatibility between people without my bow and arrow. But humans used their innate intelligence to understand compatibility, and they used it to support each other and aid them in dating. Meanwhile, all I was doing was wasting time blaming Lady Juno for the drop in marriage rates. Aunt Minerva also said something else. They're really amazing, don't you think? They really try to do everything for themselves. Almost nobody prays to the gods for help in this modern era. As usual, I gaze into the spring and take aim with my bow. I see people crossing through an intersection. People waiting in line. Pink, blue, yellow, green. But do these colors actually reveal compatibility? If they truly were a match, they wouldn't break up in the first place, right? Then, have I always been wrong? I assumed I was observing true compatibility, but maybe that's never really been the case. Cupid's bow is a divine artifact, so it's not really my place to question its effectiveness, but if it really did work, marriage rates wouldn't be going down, would they? So maybe Cupid's bow really has been wrong this whole time. Wait, is that her phone? I think she got a phone. Meanwhile, #Cupid keeps on trending on social media, so the Cupid Corporation's matchmaking process is working just fine. Their bridal advisors might even be doing a better job of playing Cupid than I ever have. The more I thought about that, the more time I spent in Aunt Minerva's room trying to learn everything I could about human culture. You gotta go down there, you gotta become a bridal advisor yourself. Humans also developed something called a dating app, not Tinder, based on their romantic psychology. It led to doubts in my own work. Maybe humans really didn't need the gods. They started using their brains more, with ideas the gods had never even considered. Before long, I had forgotten all about firing off my arrows and was spending all my time researching the ways of humankind. Ah, yes, via the internet. I had all but abandoned my role as Cupid, which had not gone unnoticed. One day, Dad told me to come and see him. No. We're gonna see the old grandpa. Cupid, it would appear you've once again forgotten your duties as a god. Dad slowly paced around the room, glaring at me all the while. He wore the same expression he always had when he was lecturing me. I understand it's been quite some time since you even bothered trying to fire your bow. And not only have you been shirking your responsibilities, but I hear you've been frequenting Minerva's private quarters. How many times have I told you to keep away from her? You have nothing to say to that? I'm very disappointed in you. It's your job as a god to help guide humanity. As Cupid, you have a mission. I hate to repeat myself, but I must. People are no longer getting married because you've abandoned your duty. Are you sure about that? What did you say? Humans are doing fine on their own. They're handling all their matchmaking needs by themselves. Listen, Dad, I've been thinking. Maybe the marriage rates are lower exactly because I've been using my arrows to force them together. Maybe my way of doing things is wrong and they understand better. Maybe... What foolishness falls from your mouth? Huh? You think humans are in any way superior to the gods? Utter nonsense. Humans have only come as far as they have thanks to our blessings. And you dare to suggest they understand better? Nothing a human can conceive could ever equal the realm of the gods. Do you really not understand such a simple fact of nature? What? That's awful. It's pure arrogance. How can you be so cruel? Humans have been working so hard for so long to do things on their own. Working hard? More foolishness. Anything they've accomplished, they've done using wisdom bestowed by us. I taught you that. Human culture would have never developed without our help. You can't ignore such a fundamental fact. Gods above! This is exactly why I want you to stay away from Minerva. You're too naive. The more you're exposed to her peculiarities, the more your own values are corrupted. You're so stubborn! Uh-oh. What? Human wisdom only comes from the gods? Then why doesn't Celestia even have DVDs? Oh, she mad. DVD? What in blue blazes is that? See? You don't even know that much. It's a device invented by humans all by themselves, without any help from the gods. Humans are not foolish. They have the power to create something from nothing, and it's not right for you to deny that fact. No, they are foolish. How many cycles of war must they endure without end? Without us, they would have killed themselves off ages ago. And if you weren't being foolish, the marriage rates wouldn't be going down. Now do your job as Cupid. I have been, but people still aren't getting married, which means our way of doing things must be wrong. No, because you've been slacking off. I have not. At least until the HQH incident happened. I was doing my job as hard as I could. The what incident? The hashtag Cupid happenstance. I was working so hard right up until the day I learned humans have been doing their own matchmaking. Did you know, Dad? They have something called romantic psychology. Humans are using their brains to do things we thought only we could. And they succeeded at it too. They don't need our help to fall in love. I think it's time to let them live their lives as they see fit. You spew pure lunacy! You would abandon your duty as Cupid? Why not? Humans would be better off if we just left them alone. Dad, the area of the gods telling humans how to live is over. Listen to yourself. It's pure nonsense. Human emotions shift as easily as the wind. Leaving them to their own can only bring ruin. Why can't you just trust them? Because their nature has not changed. Without us to guide them, what can they do? I command you to obey. To take up your bow and resume your role as matchmaker. Cast these absurd notions from your mind. What? He just wants me to shut up and go back thoughtlessly firing off my arrows. Talk about absurd notions. If I could prove that the power of humankind is superior to the power of the gods, that would satisfy you, right? What fresh inanity is this? You honestly believe that's possible? Yes, I do. And to prove it, I'm gonna go down to the human realm, become a common mortal, and do the matchmaking by hand. What are you talking about? I'll help people get married without using my arrows. If I could do that, then would you admit I'm right? I said all that without really thinking about it, and as I finished, I let out a sharp gasp. I should have done this from the beginning. It's better than sitting around here mulling things over again and again. You want to connect people without using our arrows? You'll give up when you reach the first hurdle. Well, I won't know unless I try. Trying is pointless. I demand that you get back to work. No! He could yell at me all he wanted. This time I had no intention of bending to his will. Just the idea of admitting he was right made me sick to my stomach. I was more sure than ever that humankind was truly wonderful. Since Dad was being stubborn as ever, I decided to prove it to him. Prove that humans didn't need the gods anymore. So, I'm serious about this. I'll help more people fall in love than I ever could from up here. All you care about is that the people I bring together get married, right? Not just love, but lasting connections. I'll prove to you that I can do it. Oh, more than you ever could from up here. Do you even know how many people you've brought together from up here? I knew you weren't serious. Just go back to your spring and... Fine. If I can become the most famous bridal advisor in the human world, then will you admit I'm right? Bridal... what? It's the human version of Cupid. There are these amazing companies down there called marriage agencies that help people fall in love. I'll join the top agency in the world and become their best employee. That would make me the greatest Cupid in the human world. If I seal away my divine power and then earn my way to the very top, will you admit that I'm right about this? If you could do such a thing, I suppose, I would be forced to admit you're right. But you can't. It's impossible. Whether I can or can't isn't important. I have to try. I'll become so famous, they'll have me doing interviews for every magazine and TV. I don't think he knows what those are. And when that happens, Dad, you lose. I'll become the most amazing bridal advisor ever and show you how right I was. His Cupid's just like a rebellious child. He's like, I'll show you, Dad. As I turn to leave, I can feel my dad starting to panic. Wait, you're serious about this? Yes, I'm serious. I hate you, Dad. Alright, but now how are you gonna get down? After snapping at him one last time, I ran out of the room. Divine Soldier. Have you found her yet? No, not yet. I'm on the run and I've got Divine Soldiers chasing after me. What did Lady Cupid do this time anyway? I don't think I've ever seen Lord Mars this furious. Just keep looking. We'll get a taste of that fury ourselves if you don't hurry up and find her. Jeez, did he seriously have to send them all after me? He said I could go and try, but he still refuses to actually let me do it. Knowing him, if they catch me, I'll end up locked in my room for, well, for a long time, to say the least. Dad's methods are just too old-fashioned. You'll have me on house arrest without letting me get a word in edgewise. In which case... I know she's gonna ask Minerva for help. Lady Minerva! I need her to help me hide! I snuck past the Divine Soldiers and ran off toward Aunt Minerva's room. Oh, hi, Cupid. I heard you really got into it with your father. He's just terrible. He said all these awful things about humankind. So I told him I'd prove to him just how amazing humans can be. I looked around her room with fresh eyes. I took in all the movies we'd watched over and over again, all the incredible outfits. Even if the gods had provided them with wisdom, it was the humans themselves that created all this. That's what I want Dad to understand, and not just him. I want everyone in Celestia to understand. Not only because the gods' blessings. I just can't believe that all the efforts of humankind had nothing to do with it. I can't ignore all the hard work. Continuing to mindlessly shoot my arrows down at them just didn't seem right. I'm gonna go to the human realm. I'm gonna do my matchmaking as a normal human. Wait, are you serious? Very serious. I'm sick of doing whatever my dad says. I want to be more than just the god of love. Ah, how wonderful. That's my darling niece. No, not just my niece. My absolute bestie. Please, Lady Minerva, please help me. How can I reach the human realm? Despite everything I said to Dad, I didn't actually have any idea how to get down there. Not like I'd ever tried to leave Celestia before. Well, if you plan on actually living in the human realm, we'll have to make some preparations first. Most importantly, we'll have to find a way to avoid Jupiter's prying eyes. Ah, right. I'd always heard that Lord Jupiter had the power to find any other god at will. And he's a member of the Deconsentees, just like Dad, so I'm sure you wouldn't approve of my plan. But it's not like you can just snap your fingers and make me invisible or something, right? Right. So even if I could escape, I'd just be dragged right back. My plan had fallen on its face before I could even get off the starting line. But then my aunt just grinned at me. Just leave it to me, Lady Minerva, the humanity fanatic. She has a clap on, clap off. She clapped her hands and the room got brighter. That little trick had surprised me at first, but not anymore. First, we'll have to deal with any potential pursuers. Just to confirm, you can't get rid of your bow, right? That's right. Whenever I forget it at the spring or something, it always makes its way back to me. Cupid's bow, a divine artifact that never leaves my side. Right now, it feels more like a curse than anything. When I'm not using it, it takes the form of a necklace around my neck. If I need it, I just touch it and it turns back to an actual bow and arrow. No matter where I leave it, it always comes back. In other words, Cupid can never be separated from her bow and arrow. I see. I thought if there was some way to remove it, that would take care of our problem right there. Wait, really? Really? You see, Jupiter can't actually detect gods, only their divine artifacts. Without that, he can't track you. I had no idea. But wow, she's so casual when she talks about it. But I guess she can do that as a fellow Deconsentees. I couldn't do that. So we'll have to do something about your bow and arrow. I think I know a little trick that can jam the signal. Is it like some sort of electronic? Jam the what now? Basically, something that will make it more difficult to detect. Although the exact mechanism isn't quite the same. But I can use the basic principle to make something that will emit the right noise. Strap it to a necklace and it should be undetectable. I'm sure the goddess of the arts can make something as simple as that for you. So that's one problem solved. Oh, okay. But now that I'm thinking about it, is it even possible for me to leave without Lord Jupiter's permission? To descend the human realm, you have to make a formal request to Lord Jupiter. Then you can enter the wooded cave near the round table. Wait, the round table, like King Arthur? But if I can't use that, then... My word, did you already forget about the gate I created? Oh, yeah, it's one that she was like going down and using to get all her weird hats or something. I don't know what she does down there. That's right. That Minerva did tell me about a secret gate that she made leading to the human realm. How she got all her weird devices and DVDs. Then, you'll let me use it? Of course. You're my darling niece after all. So that takes care of the tracking and the descending. But the biggest problem is, how are you going to get along in the human realm? You probably know this already, but when a god enters the world of man, our bodies literally become human. Oh, they do? Oh yeah, I've heard about that before. Our bodies become human, which means we have to eat in order to survive and sleep in order to function day to day. I can use my divine powers to create fake citizenship documents and secure you a place to live. But living expenses are another matter. And I just use some, like, heavenly gold or something. Sell that. This would be your first time in the human realm, right, Cupid? Yeah. Counterfeiting money could cause a whole other world of trouble, so... I guess you'll just have to work for it. You think you can find yourself a part-time job? A part-time job? Like that thing we always see in the movies? Exactly. Part-time job. Such a wonderful phrase, filled my heart with joy. Oh, well, not for everybody. We've seen tons of Sillywood actresses playing roles where they had to work part-time jobs. It'd probably make it seem a lot more romantic than it really is. And don't worry, I'll start you off with a small allowance. It should last you a month or so. But if you want to stay longer than that, you'll have to secure your own income, understand? I understand. Sadly, there's not much else I can do for you, Cupid. Sorry about that. It's okay. You've already helped me plenty, Lady Minerva. After all, this started out as an argument just between my dad and me. But my darling niece is in trouble, so I must do whatever I can to help. And frankly, I find Mars's whole outlook on things kind of annoying. Humanity is truly wonderful. All of the other gods just refuse to realize it. She's like the odd one. Not to mention, Mars always treats me like some kind of weirdo. I wouldn't mind putting him in place for once. So that explains it. Aunt Minerva was always talking about how she was sick of the old-fashioned views of the other stubborn gods. You know, being part of the deconsentees. It's simply not an option, but I've always fantasized about living in the human realm. Lady Minerva, you have? Absolutely. Oh, but it's okay. I've done all sorts of mental simulations, so don't worry about me. Wait, like... It's like living in her head. Anyway, let's get everything sorted out. I'm really having fun with this. Now then, what kind of place would you like to live in? She quickly pulled out her cell phone and started browsing through real estate properties for me. My mission is to run away from home and prove Dad wrong, to live in the human realm. Oh, you also need some human clothes. The outfit from that movie, Hair Bleach, was just adorable. Now where did I put that? Once we got started, things fell into place one after another. After all our preparations were done, Aunt Minerva showed me to a door marked 221B. Behold, The gate created by yours truly that leads into the human realm. Wow! 221B! Isn't that the same as Shamrock Holmes? Oh man, there's just like so many movie references, but they're just like changing the name. That's exactly right. I knew you'd get the reference, Cupid. Oh gosh, I used to be obsessed with that movie. You know, once you get down there, you can visit all the locations they shot it. Well, they shot it, rather. Minerva, your voice. Why did I choose that voice? Aw. Rip my throat. By the way, that outfit looks great on you. Like a classic rom-com heroine. Working hard to balance school, work, and love. Have a blast. Are we gonna have to, we're gonna have to balance a bunch of stats too? I will! Thank you so much, Lady Minerva. Keeping in mind everything I learned from those movies, I focus on things like the dating agency, social media, and of course, hashtag Cupid. A city and culture built entirely by humankind. And before long, I'd be standing in the middle of it all. Ah, but I'm so sad I'm losing my movie night buddy. Anyway, take care, Cupid. Oh, Lady Minerva. No. I gave her one last hug and she hugged me back tightly. We'd become almost like mother and daughter. I'm gonna become an amazing bridal advisor and make Dad eat his words. That's the spirit. Now then, I hate to say this, but we can't waste any more time. You better hurry before those divine soldiers track you down. Take care now. Make the best of this opportunity. The gate opened and Aunt Minerva gave me a gentle nudge and then... Your outfit looks cute. Okay. Like the text box wasn't changing. What the? Yeah, she does look like kinda cute. You're so pink. When I opened my eyes, I was greeted with an image straight out of the movies I'd seen. People. There were people everywhere. Colorful shops lined the streets. It was a vibrant world, completely unlike the dull divine realm. So this is the human realm. All my worries melted away as my heart began to fill with excitement. Step 1, go to college and study romantic psychology. Step 2, graduate and get a job at Cupid Corp. Wait, are we gonna like go to college? I'm going to become a bridal advisor and learn how to connect people without using my divine powers. That's my ultimate goal. There are plenty of matchmaking services in this world, but it looks like the one with the highest success rate is this Cupid Corporation. Based on my research, it's safe to assume that the Cupid Corporation is the top matchmaking service in the world. I'm gonna become the top bridal advisor at the best company in the world and prove Dad wrong. Would Mars even care? He's just gonna... He doesn't like understand any of this. And if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. At Minerva and I have prepared everything I need to succeed. First off, I need to get into college. Apparently, Cupid Corp won't hire anyone without a college degree. I'm gonna beat you, Dad! I'm gonna show you that I was right! Wait, what? Shit. Strange creatures seem to be reacting to my excited muttering. Is this like the mascot? Is this like... Oh god, I'm already forgetting. Cute! the other little mascot creature that that was in the other game we played, Cafe Enchante. Huh. Wait, is that a divine beast? That's a divine beast? The deconsentives had tamed fantastical animals of all kinds and shapes to do their bidding. They're known as divine beasts. Look so cute. I remember feeling something bump my shoulder as I went to the gate, but I just figured it was Aunt Minerva giving me one last little push. Hello there, what's your name? Chi! Chi, huh? Okay. Nice to meet you, Chi. Chi! Oh shoot! I probably shouldn't hang around here too long. Where's my new home again? At least she isn't alone. We get cute little... I don't know what that is. Cat? Creature with wings? Or some sort of fox? I wandered down the street while looking over the instructions that Minerva had given me. She'd written the address of a share house she'd found online. In a city like Los York, roommates are basically mandatory if you want to be able to afford rent. Looks like I'll be living with someone named Gil Lovecraft. Aunt Minerva said that the name Lovecraft literally means to create love, so it was a perfect fit for a roommate. I bet having a roommate is gonna be so much fun, just like in the movies. I wonder what they'll be like. Or they could be awful and just not do the dishes or something. I think life is just like a charming movie. As of today, I get to experience the thrill of having a roommate. Oh no, wait. It's this guy. What voice did I give him again? Huh? Wait, my roommate is supposed to be a guy named Mike. Oh, my aunt must have written that in without really thinking. Sorry, I'm not Mike. Anyway, nice to meet you. Would have been funny if you, like, literally named your character Mike or something. You're like, wait, I'm actually am Mike. Gee! I'm sharing a room with a girl? Uh-oh. Then hijinks ensues. I guess maybe that's why maybe he's like one of the main love interests. Seems kind of weird that they've already like have them live together. Alright, well, I'm guessing it next chapter, Parasite 5. Well, we'll do one more chapter. So that's what I went through to get here. Even the name I'm using now is just something I came up with on the spot, based on a character from a movie I'd seen. I couldn't say I was Cupid. I didn't really know much about the day-to-day reality of the human realm back then, so I made a lot of mistakes. But now here I am, working as the company's top bridal advisor. It wasn't easy, I can say that much. Gee! Oh wait. Right, we're still in his office. I'm guessing we were just reminiscing. Reminiscing the prologue of how we got down here. Did you say something? Nope, not me. I just was in thought for an hour. Gee's cry brought me back to my senses. I nearly forgot I was right in the middle of a meeting with the president. It's just that, after hearing the word promotion, I couldn't help but think about just how far I'd come. I had no idea she was here. I woke up so early I figured he'd still be fast asleep. So, you just need me to support these 5 candidates and help them get married? Precisely. All of the other top advisors in the city have already given up on them. I believe they've come to be known as the Parasite 5. Have you heard of them? I'm sorry, I don't really keep up with the latest rumors. Good, that's actually better. I think I'd prefer you not to come with any preconceived notions. At any rate, they say that these 5 stand no chance of getting married. Everyone else has essentially given up on them. However, as they are now members of ours, I cannot do that. As you know, our reputation is based on our ability to get people married. You only joined the ranks of the top bridal advisors this year, so it may be a challenge, but since your motivation is seemingly boundless, it would be my honor to try. To begin with, you should acquaint yourself with our profile sheets. Let's see here. At the president's urging, I began reading through the documents. Oh, hey, there's a Gil Lovecraft in here. Oh no, it's our roommate. This is awkward. I can read it. Age 24. His home is Baltimore. Address is in Los York. Let's see. Occupation. He's a freelance editor. I'm trying to like read everything on the thing. Education, he attended college. Work location anywhere. Work hours anytime. Days off whenever I want. Well, I guess that's freelance. Just make his own hours. Family, alcohol sometimes, smokes no, cooks yes. Oh, marriage history. Says he was almost married once. Skills and hobbies. I'd rather dedicate all my free time to my lover. Housework, waiting for the person I love to contact me. He likes crab cakes. Oh god, is that gonna be important? As always with every otome game, it's just like, you gotta remember their favorite food. Food dislikes, whatever my lover dislikes. Could you briefly describe your personality? I am extremely devoted. What do you look for in a partner? Whether or not I feel like I need to support them. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? Smuggling up to them on the couch and watching a movie. I'd like to get married after dating for a while. Is that what he circled? I probably don't need to read all this. I'll probably just like pantomime all this to us. Gil Lovecraft. Assuming it's the same person, that's my former roommate. He was a year above me in college and he moved out when he graduated. I haven't seen him in probably at least 2 years. Nah, that'd be too crazy of a coincidence. Must be someone else with the same name. You know, there's no coincidences in these games. I continue reading through the profiles. Oh, next one. Raoul Aconite. Age 21, hometown Los Yorks. Address is a secret. Blood type B. Sign the goat one. The Capricorn? Right? Is that the goat? That's the goat one, right? Let's see. Occupation. He's an actor slash professional pancreatist? What the heck is that? Education, high school. Work location depends on the set slash tournament locations. Work hours irregular. Days off, never really cared for much of those. Family has parents. He drinks a lot of alcohol. He doesn't smoke. Doesn't cook. Never been married. Skills and hobbies. Pancreation. Mythology research. Oh, he's gonna get along with Cupid then. Weight training, walking, mythological society. Foods he likes. Is that cocoa? I'd like to try ambrosia and nectar someday too. Isn't like ambrosia just like the food of the gods? I remember reading about like that when I was a kid. I always assumed it was like some sort of like wine or something. Because they also referred to like drinking a lot when it came to like Greek mythology. Food is like Satan, aka oysters. Could you briefly describe your personality? I have an inquisitive mind. What do you look for in a partner? Someone I could talk to you about the 12 Olympians, the 12 divas, and maybe a lot of Norse mythology. Oh no. Okay, he's like... I'm guessing if he like realizes that Lynette is Cupid, he's just gonna go absolutely nuts. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? A whirlwind private jet tour of Greece and Rome. I'd like to get married. Other Wait, this is just for research, right? Wait, is he not serious about getting married? Alright, well that one. Next one is Ryuki F. Keisain? That's a complicated name. Oh my god. He's age 19. Oh, he's from Japan. He is also a Capricorn. You just put color all over this thing. His occupation is fashion designer. He went to trade school. He works in Los York. Wait. Is Los York in Japan? I don't think so. Let's see, he works a regular 9 to 6. Days off or weekends and holidays. He has like normal work schedule. Family, has parents and an older sister. Let's see, alcohol, never. Bad for my skin. Smokes, no. Bad for my skin. Cooks, yes. I can't read that, that's too tiny. Marriage history, no. Also can't read that, that's too tiny. Skills and hobbies. And and on your days off. Erasing any unsightly individuals from my memory. What kind of hobby is that? Like shopping for humidifiers and other beauty products. He likes natto. I can't read that font. It's too brightly colored. He hates carbonated drinks and black licorice. Could you describe your personality? Genius. Oh, great. You know when someone says like they're the best or a genius, you just know their personalities are probably garbage. What do you look for in a partner? Someone whose face could get a perfect score. He wants a perfect 10, I guess. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? A hot rock sauna. I'd like to get married. Other. As long as I find their looks agreeable. Okay, this is like all about looks. Who's the next one? Alan Melville. Age 28. Hometown, don't remember. Address in your dreams. Let's see, he's 5'11". Blood type, no idea. Sign. My birthday is February 8th. What sign is that? I'm not sure, actually. Occupation. I'm a sales technician at a luxury pillow store. That seems oddly normal. Education. Does education matter when it comes to love? Work hours 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. You work 12 hours a day? Works in Los York. Days off. I just like scribbled wherever he wanted to. Whenever you're awake. Just kidding. The store is closed on Thursday, so I'm usually off then. Family. I guess I'd say I have a pet. Okay, he has no family, just a pet. Alcohol, he drinks often, he smokes, he doesn't cook, never been married. Skills and hobbies, and what he does on his day off. Figuring out the exact height for your pillow. Let's see, on your days off, you'll find out when we go on our first date. Food he likes, dreams are delicious. Oh, a nice big bubble tea. He hates cucumbers. Hates how it sounds. Could you briefly describe your personality? I cannot read that. Hang on. I would go for a pretty wide range of girls, so don't worry about it. What you look for in a partner? I like a girl who can sleep through anything. Wait, why? Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? I prefer a place with a bed. So like at the store or back at my place. He just wants to get laid. I like to get married as long as we're compatible. Well, I guess he's interested in marriage, I guess. And the last one, huh? There's no name on it. Age 32, hometown Washington. Is that supposed to be Washington? Address Los York. 6'1", he's a Virgo. Education master's degree. Works in Los York. Work hours 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. That sounds miserable. And no days off. Family has parents and a younger brother. Alcohol, he drinks socially. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't cook. Never been married. Skills and hobbies. I like to be SS in all things. I sleep a little and work a lot. Your days off, see above. No, because he doesn't have any days off. Food likes anything that has plenty of omega-3 fatty acids. He dislikes fried foods. Why would anyone want that many calories? But it tastes so good. Could you briefly describe your personality? I'm always trying to improve myself. What do you look for in a partner? Someone who can accept my work and push me to do even better. Where would you go on a first date? Do you have a favorite date spot? Ask CC's staff, they know what to do. I'd like to get married immediately. Okay, well. He seems to be serious about getting married. When I reached the last profile, I tilted my head in confusion. All of the information has been neatly filled in by computer, but the name has been left blank. Mr. Snail, who is this? It doesn't have a name on it. That's... Well, you'll learn the details soon enough. All his contact information is there, so please proceed accordingly. Mr. Snail seems surprisingly awkward when he said that. That's probably it's his profile sheet. I wonder if it's a relative of his or something. Anyway, if I can get these 5 guys married, I'll get my promotion. Then I can shove that in Dad's face. Well, do you think you can do it? Feels like he's staring straight through me, waiting for the right answer. Okay, we finally get a choice. Well, I'm going based off a guide, and the guide seems to suggest doing a specific order. From like the least amount of spoilers to the most, and they say like the first route you should do to not like spoil yourself is Ryuki, so I'm gonna pick choices that will spurn the other men, but favor more towards Ryuki. What do I need to pick? I think this one. I have to if I want to earn that promotion. I have to earn that promotion. I'll do my very best. I'm glad to see you such passion. To start off with, I think I'll get in touch with them to set up a meeting. You want to meet with them? Definitely. I'd like to talk to them face to face to find out what kind of people they might be compatible with. Their habits, their beliefs, how they grew up, it all affects the type of person that's best for them. I see. But we have the finest engineers who have already coded the world's premier matching system. However, perhaps such diligence is the reason you are able to become our top advisor so quickly. That's right! I may as well put my degree in romantic psychology to use, right? That's the whole reason I went to college, after all. I wanted to learn how to succeed at matchmaking using the power of human nature. That was my one and only goal. Well, I certainly hope you're able to guide these 5 into happy marriages. That's all for today. I'll be counting on you. I won't let you down. I'll get started right away. Of course. Oh, this is like an aside. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to leave that name blank. Making such a request on its own would raise attention, so I slipped it in with the others, but maybe that just made it stand out even more. But using a fake name would have caused even more problems. I suppose there's no harm in keeping it anonymous for now. Still, she wants to have an interview. I suppose I'll just have to bring in a representative. And that's how the challenge and my pursuit of a promotion began. The Cupid Corporation is now responsible for a group of famously problematic members known in the business as the Parasite 5. If I can help them all get married, I'll earn another promotion and rise even higher than the top bridal advisor. To reach the very top of the Cupid Corporation, which is already at the very top of the industry. Now's my chance to prove to Dad that humans can do wonderful things all on their own. Well, anyway. I'm supposed to have a meeting with the Parasite 5 today, but... Okay, back to the beginning. It looks like the problems are already cropping up. I got misted immediately. One was talking about stealing, and one was babbling about mythology. And the last one was the wrong guy. Okay, this is orange. Both the almighty Zeus and the sun goddess Amaterasu are said to be hermaphrodites, which has led to theories that they're the same god. Is this Gil? I think it must be fate. Fate? That's right. Wait, Gil? Is that you? Huh? Whoa, Raoul? Long time no see, my friend. I'm so happy to see you again. Wow, yeah, me too. Boy, how long has it been? Oh? Do you two know each other? Well then, why don't we all go for drinks later? Do these bozos even want to get married? Claire's quiet! I did my best to get Claire's to bite her tongue, but she was looking at them all with disgust. Not only is she one of our bridal advisors, but she's also one of the system engineers who built the company's cutting-edge matching algorithm. She's part of the meeting so that she can get direct reference data for the system from the infamous Parasite 5. Lynette, let's just go. This is a waste of time. Clarice! Clarice was forcing herself to smile, but I could tell how mad she was. Even after telling them they'd never get married. None of them seemed to notice. That had annoyed her for sure. These Parasite 5 must really be something if they can ignore someone as beautiful as Clarice. Back when we were in college, Clarice had modeling agents coming after her constantly. Anyway, I have to get these guys married if I want to earn that promotion. Hello everyone, I'd like to conduct a one-on-one meeting with each of you. Could you follow me into the next room? Case number 1, Gil Lovecraft. Oh, here's his profile again. Your name is Gil Lovecraft, correct? Nice to meet you. I'm... Lynette, how's it going? Sure has been a while, huh? Oh, he cut in abruptly and immediately took my hand. That open smile of his was one thing I could never forget. He looked so different. I wasn't 100% sure before, but... Are you really the same Gil I used to know? Oh no. Gil Lovecraft, my old roommate. He really helped me out when I first got to the human realm and had no idea what I was doing. He was also going to Los York University just like me. Me, him, and Clarice hung out all the time back then. We're all old friends. Wow, how crazy is this? I never expected to run into you again here of all places. Yeah, same here. You really changed a lot. Your fashion sense has improved for one thing. Gee, thanks. Nothing makes me happier than getting a compliment from you, you know. I see you still love to exaggerate, though. I'm really happy, though. I thought about getting in touch so many times, but I could never quite pull the trigger. Alright, we have to pick the wrong answer for him. Are you struggling with work or something? I wonder if he's having trouble with work. It can be hard to reach out until you feel like you're doing a little better. I see. Well, you're at a pretty crucial point in your life, I guess, but I think it's wonderful you're working so hard to achieve your dreams. Well, yeah, that's part of it, but I just thought that I needed to change myself too. I would always make excuses to justify it. Then before I knew it, 2 years had gone by. But I can't believe how much more beautiful you've become. So, are you dating anyone right now? Dating? No, not at the moment. Oh, really? How about you, Gil? Are you... Oh, sorry. Dumb question. That's why you're here, after all. Anyway, let's get the official... Let's start the official interview. Huh? Interview? Well, that is why you came to us, right? To find someone to marry. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess so. But I kind of forgot all about that once I saw you again. Oh no. Did he like... He's probably like mad crushing on Lynette. But... Yeah, but he's trying to get married. Married to someone else though. I wonder how that's gonna work out. Oh, Clarice, hi, you're in the room. Then does that mean you're canceling your membership? Oh, hi. Huh? Clarice? Hello, gal. Where'd you come from? I've been here the entire time. What? No, just kidding. I just thought I'd drop in for a bit. After all, there's no reason I can't come by and say hi to my old roommate, right? Right. Well, okay. I wasn't sure if it was him at first, but Clarice had obviously recognized it was the same old Gil right away. Clarice is one of our best system engineers. I'll be working with her to find the perfect girl for you. Oh, we use what we call the Cupid system to collect data and calculate your ideal mate. I'm sure we'll find someone amazing in no time. You can do this, gal. You can find your destined partner this time, I'm sure of it. Right. Come on, Gil, let's do this. Of course. Thank you. Rip, Gil. His crush is like trying to pair him up with someone else. Case number 2, name left blank. That has to be the president, right? It's nice to see you again, Owen. Owen, oh wait, what voice did I give him? I think I gave him a British voice. Thank you. As I mentioned, I'll be acting as a representative today. Yes, of course. Oh, you're here too. Mr. Snail, what are you doing here? Making sure my secretary is doing a good job. Okay, and what about this mystery member? He's quite busy, so he couldn't make it today. Well, could you at least tell me his name? He wishes to remain anonymous. Monsieur Essay should suffice. Monsieur Essay. Go on, please continue the interview. Oh no, I was like, oh, this is the worst. He has like a go-between. Okay, well, if possible, I'd like to schedule a meeting with Monsieur Essay in person. I've been made to understand that he cannot participate in any meetings. What about going on dates with our female members? Is that a possibility? I'm afraid not. I'll be attending those in his absence as well. Wait, what? At some point, I'm gonna have to have you talk to him, even if it's just on the phone. It's been explained to me that he cannot answer any phone calls. What about email or texts? I believe that would be fine. However, any replies would come from me as his representative. Listen, Owen, have you even met this monster essay? I have. Great, then let me be direct. Is this person serious about wanting to get married? Well... He is our member, isn't he? Of course he's serious. I would hope so. And just to confirm, Mr. Snail, this monster essay wouldn't happen to be you, would it? Oh, she's like onto him. Everyone knows that I'm a devoted husband. Why would I need to use our matchmaking service? That's right. I do apologize for such a silly question. I suddenly remembered all the media spots that talked about how the president of the Cupid Corporation was a loving and dedicated husband. Then why does this person refuse to meet with me? I feel like he just doesn't exist. No, he does. He simply has a very special secret. We can't allow it to be exposed, so we have been forced to use this method. A special secret? And are you able to share that secret with me at least? I'm sorry, I've been completely forbidden from discussing it. A special secret? I wonder if it's like a mafia boss or something that's someone that's especially elderly. Maybe he's someone who feels hopeless about his looks or his voice. Or a famous celebrity who doesn't want word of his marriage getting out. But our security is actually really good, and even big-name actors have used our services. Regardless, if he's really serious about keeping it a secret, it's my job as his advisor to respect that. Fine then, let's just discuss his member profile, shall we? It says here that he has that as one of his hobbies is to be SS in all things. What does SS mean? It means to reach the very top rank, of course. Yes, that's what I've heard as well. It's to earn an SS rank. Okay, so his hobby is just to be the best? So he values social standing more than anything else? That's correct. It also says he wants someone who can accept my work and push me to do even better. So he wants someone to help keep that SS rank. That's how it was described to me, yes? In other words, all he wants for marriage is to improve his social standing? I mean, I guess that's one reason to get married. Well, I do believe there are some specific additional circumstances surrounding his situation. In which case, I'm forced to ask again, what are these circumstances? I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to say. Of course not. I know I sound like a broken record, but does this person you represent actually want to get married? I let out an annoyed sigh and glared at Owen. Beads of sweat were forming on his brow and he nodded his head slowly. Yes. He is quite serious about it. Or so I've been led to understand. Good. Fine. Then let's send him an email later, since the person in question isn't here. There's nothing more for us to talk about. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is weird. This is gonna be weird. Case number 3, Raoul Aconite. Okay, this is the guy who's like, he likes mythology. So you're Raoul Aconite. I'm very pleased to meet you. He would have a lot in common with Cupid, I guess, or some common ground. Thanks, I'm excited to get started. Whew, he sounds pretty normal so far. By the way, your necklace is really cute. It's based on the myth of Cupid's bow, right? Huh? Oh, yes it is. Although it's not based on Cupid's bow, it's the real thing. Hey, what do you think about the fact that this kind of bow and arrow motif has been getting really popular with women lately? I'm sorry? You know, Cupid is traditionally portrayed as a young boy. Now I think there are two main reasons for this. First, why don't we just begin the interview? To begin with, are there any major issues you're unwilling to compromise on in your marriage? Marriage, huh? That's a tough question. I don't have plans to get married anytime soon, so nothing really comes to mind at the moment. Excuse me, did you say you're not planning to get married? I mean, it's not like I have to get married, do I? Wait, why are you here? Well, no, it's your choice. It's not like we can force you, but if that's the case, why did you join our service? For research, you know? Research? What kind of research? For my next movie, of course. Ro pulled out a thick stack of paper and dropped it on the desk. What's this? The script for the next movie I'll be starring in. Script? Movie? Starring? Oh no, he's just doing this for to get into his role, I guess. I flipped through the first page and read the title. Goddess Upon the Camel, Part 2. Goddess Upon the Camel? Isn't that... I'd watched that movie a whole bunch of times without Minerva. I vaguely remembered hearing on the news that they were making a second one. Goddess Upon the Camel is a romantic comedy where a cute girl struggles to balance work with her love life. It came back to me that everyone was excited about Roel Aconite being cast as the heroine's love interest. Wait, you're the Roel Aconite? The Sillywood actor? The star of Wild Spider and Hannibal? Oh, you just now realized. Sorry, I try to keep my mind blank so I don't come with any preconceived notions about a member before I meet them. Haha, I see. You're like me when I read a script for the first time. But it's pretty bad I didn't realize it was him, even after seeing the name. Sillywood's Roel Aconite is a total heartthrob, loved by girls all over the world. I should have made the connection immediately. Besides, we have quite a few Sillywood actors. We had quite a few Sillywood actors use our service in the past. Kind of hard for them to probably get a marriage partner because there's probably a lot of fanatical fans that are after them. I never expected a Sillywood star to be part of the Parasite 5. Looking at him now, though, this is obviously the same Roel Aconite that we're all familiar with. Oh well, all that matters at this point is that he's my member. Being a famous actor isn't important right now. Okay, well, I'd like to talk about the comment you made earlier about this being research for your movie. Is that the only reason you came to us? Roel hit me with a gentle, innocent smile. That's right, my agent signed me up. He said my acting when it comes to romance is garbage, so I should go and learn something about love. I've heard that this place has top-notch security and respect for privacy, so all kinds of Sillywood actresses and rich folk have used it. My agent said that this would be the perfect way to prepare for Goddess Upon the Camel, Part 2. So it really is just for research. Then that means he really probably shouldn't get married, huh? How are we gonna pair him up with anyone? Marriage is off the table. He just wants to date and fall in love, and then that's it. That's all he wants for his research. I'll have to bring this up with his agent along with the president. I cleared my throat and flashed the most professional smile I could manage. I think I understand. So your goal is to learn about love, if you don't mind my asking. do you have much experience with relationships? I'd say I do, but I'm not sure everyone would agree. The director told me it seemed like my heart wasn't really in it. I have to imagine it's probably bad for your co-star in a romance to know nothing about love. He was always in action movies before. He earned a reputation for doing amazing stunts, and he's never really had to do any romantic work before. Although I feel like there have been a few bedroom scenes, as it were. He must have thought he could just force his way through it without really understanding love. I think I get it. Could you describe what you look for in a partner? Sorry, I need to get going. Huh? I'm off to the Mythological Society. It's focused on Greek, Roman, and Norse myths. Today we're going over some texts about the 12 Olympians. When you say the 12 Olympians, are you talking about, like, Mars, Minerva, Diana? Those Olympians? Wait, you know about them? You could say that. Obviously, I couldn't tell him I had a huge argument with one of those 12 gods not that long ago. Gave him a non-committal smile as he got even more excited and grabbed me by the shoulders. So you call them by their Roman names, huh? We always refer to them by their Greek names. So this is a fun change of pace. I know. Get a little too close here, buddy. That's a good point. The Greeks and Romans had different names for the same god, so it can get a bit confusing. For example, Jupiter is his Roman name, but he's known as Zeus in Greek mythology. And I'm used to being called Cupid, but in Greek they refer to me as Eros. Guess that's why Mom used to call me Eros sometimes. Didn't really bother me in Celestia, but it's actually kind of embarrassing down here. It's like erotic. I'll try to use the Roman names from now on, okay? I'm sorry if I got anything wrong. No, it's fine. You can use whatever names you want. So, tell me more. What are your thoughts on Minerva? Well, she's really smart and she knows about fashion and the latest trends. She's really incredible. Wait, talking about as if she's a normal person. What about Mars? He's a stubborn old man past his prime who was obsessed with past glory. What an interesting interpretation. Hey, what do you think of this? He suddenly pulled out some kind of book. Is this a... Satyrcon? So you're familiar with it? You really are amazing. Listen, you should come with me to the Mythological Society today. Well... Scholars think that this was written during the reign of Nero. We're gonna talk about how mythology was viewed in this time. I'd love for you to join us. I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I still have a lot of work left to do today. He kept getting more and more excited, and I did my best to calm him down. Gave him back the book and his script, but he was crestfallen. Well, that's too bad. But it's okay. We'll be seeing each other a lot more from our research, right? I can't wait to hear your interpretations of the rest of the 12 Olympians next time. See you then! Bye. Will gave me an energetic wave and left the room. And just like that, he's gone. For now, I should probably get in touch with his agent. I'll also have to talk to Mr. Snail and get him to know Raoul has no intention of getting married. Well, he's kind of exhausting. Case 4, Ryuki F. Kesain. You must be Ryuki F. Kesain. It's very nice to meet you. Wait, this is like his first... I don't have a voice for him. DA536E. Wait. Did you just comment? Did you just say a hex code? I think that's a hex code, right? I've been using Photoshop to make thumbnails like just the other day for these episodes. Wait, what is that? Is it gonna tell me or not? I'm gonna Google it. DA536E. Like a pink color? What? Let me switch my screen. There we go. What was that? He glanced at me quickly, then looked away. It's like he has nothing to say to me. Wait. Is he gonna, like, actually converse with me? Well, I've dealt with my fair share of uncooperative members before. But as a god of love, it's my duty to help them get married. Still, what the heck is that DA536E thing? I didn't know what to make of it, but I didn't have the time to figure it out, so I just jotted it down on one corner of his profile sheet. I put on my most professional smile and made clear eye contact. Mr. Kesain, may I ask what your ideal marriage looks like? Do you have a clear vision of what you're looking for? Hi, can you say words? For example, actions or habits that you absolutely can't stand, or... Again with that mist! You're clearly dehydrated. Dehydration is the mortal enemy of beauty. What? What the heck is this mist? My skin is... It's absorbing it so easily. I feel so much more supple. I should tell you, this is the absolutely bare minimum. Oh. I see. So that's what he can't stand. So what you're saying is you can't stand women who don't take care of their looks. It's less than I can't stand it, and more like it's the bare minimum for me to recognize you as a human. Wow. Okay, he's like the worst one. I see. I looked from his face at the sheet in front of me. His profile sheet was unique, to say the least. In the cooking section, he wrote, "I only eat things that give my skin a healthy glow." Is that what he wrote? I can barely read his sheet. Talking about his days off, he says, like, shopping for humidifiers and other beauty products. Under skills and hobbies, he wrote, "erasing any unsightly individuals from my memory." And his ultimate partner is someone whose face can score perfect marks. Good grief. Sounds like quite the pain in the butt, if I'm being honest. Starting to wonder if I'll be able to help him at all. You have to, like, give him someone perfect. Like, a perfect beauty. No, it's this kind of situation that might actually prove Dad right. I shook my head to clear out such negative thoughts. Even in cases like this, I have to believe that matchmaking is possible even without Cupid's bow. So, have you ever been in a relationship before? Under the section describing your ideal partner, you wrote, someone whose face can score perfect marks. I, would really appreciate it if you could explain exactly what you mean by that. I patiently tried prying more information from him, but Ryuki just sighed slowly. Finally, he turned to look straight at me for once. Listen, this is a commonly understood measure of value within the Kesain family. Just like with grades in school, there's also a grade for faces. Grades for faces? If you can use grades to quantify your knowledge, surely you can do the same thing with beauty. A grade of 70 or higher is S rank. That's the minimum level of face I could possibly consider for a potential mate. 65 to 70 is A rank. I might consider listening to what they have to say, but it's the bare minimum to even consider friendship. 60 to 65 is B rank. I can vaguely sense their presence, but they'll never be more than a casual acquaintance. 55 to 60. I can't. Is C rank. I'll interact with them for work if I have to, but nothing more than that. That's where you are right now. Wait, really? Huh? Anything less than 55 is D rank. They do not exist in the same world as me. Even if I glimpse, I certainly can't recognize them. Uh-huh. So in my case, you wouldn't interact with me unless I was related to work somehow. Correct. I couldn't help but feel a little relieved that this was all part of my job. Wait, she's like she barely passes. But she's like already really pretty. So then, is there any way for someone to raise their rank? You must learn all the beauty knowledge and techniques and put them into practice, just like school. Ugh. Are you really this dumb? Keep yourself moisturized and upgrade your clothes and makeup. And any human can get a 60. Of course, most people never actually do. So if someone can't reach that bare minimum, then he won't even consider them human. His words aren't exactly kind, but I'm glad he at least bothered to explain himself. That's better than him sitting in silence. Since he's here, he must want to get married. It's my job to help make that a reality. I glanced down at his profile to find something else to discuss when I noticed that he listed under occupation fashion designer. Putting that together with his name, a light bulb suddenly went on over my head. Ryuki. Wait, there was an article in the latest issue of Weddings Monthly talking about the best tuxedos from a brand called Kasain. Is that you? That's actually my grandmother's brand. I have no involvement in those designs. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I didn't realize the connection sooner. It's fine. I've never discussed our connection publicly. I actually have my own brand called Ryuki. I guess it's just his name. Interesting. Besides, I'm focused solely on men's fashion. I wouldn't expect you to know much about that. So it's a line of men's clothing. I wrote down the name of his brand and make sure I didn't forget. I glanced up to find his cold gaze staring back at me. Sent shivers down my spine. Looked at you in disgust. So, moving on. Did you just spray more mist? The airflow here is pretty awful. I can feel my skin drying out as we speak. I think it's about time for me to go. I touched my face, which is now dripping wet. What a nice fellow. Alright, well, he's the recommended first one I go for, so maybe I should install a humidifier. Interesting. So, dehydration seems to be one of his big concerns. I'll talk to Mr. Stale to see if we can bring in some humidifiers. Alright, I guess that raised our love rank or something. Oh, he's an interesting character. I would get so mad if someone just like looked at me in disgust and just sprayed me in the face with water. I'm just like, hello, sir? Do you want me to throw hands? Alright, anyway, case number 5, Alan Melville. He's the last guy, right? You must be Alan Melville. I'm very happy to meet you. So, Mr. Melville, I understand you work for a high-end pillow store. That's right. If you notice your shoulders tighten whenever you wake up, find me at Pillow Luxuria on 9th Avenue. I'll find you your perfect pillow. Thank you for the offer. Now then, what exactly are you looking to get out of marriage, Mr. Melville? Oh, hello. Bad boy music. Please, our darling. Just call me Alan. You're much too cute to be so formal. I'm afraid I must decline, Mr. Melville. It's how I speak to all my members. How unfortunate. Alan smiled at me. I couldn't bring myself to return the gesture. I'm sorry, but as a bridal advisor, it's a matter of propriety. Also, I have to ask, why did you call me our darling? Oh, that's just so much more efficient than learning all different kinds of names. It means just what it sounds like. Our adorable cutie pie. Even worse than I could have imagined. And that still doesn't explain why you said our instead of my. All my other advisors loved my little nicknames, you know. Our darling, our sweetie, our little teddy bear. Mr. Melville, have you hit on every advisor you've had like this? I told you already. Call me Alan. Fine then, Alan. I'll assume the answer to my question is yes. No, of course not. Only sometimes. I'm not really interested unless she already belongs to someone else. Excuse me? If you're already in love, you might be just the girl for me. I assume you've got a boyfriend. As a matter of fact, I don't, but don't you think that's kind of a strange requirement? I recall the phone call from before, something about stealing and borrowing. So when you say you're not interested unless she belongs to someone else, what you mean is you enjoy stealing other people's girlfriends. Wait, is he just looking to cheat? It's like... Sorry, that's just the way I'm built. He's built diffy. But to be honest, I really don't like referring to it as stealing. There are ride shares, shared workspaces, shared houses. People share everything these days. Why not share partners? Share? This is like, are we a bike? Hello? Share partners, yes. I'm not interested in stealing. I'm interested in sharing. But nobody is interested in that. So it ends up looking like I'm trying to steal something. If what you're suggesting became commonplace, the whole world would fall into chaos. As far as I'm concerned, it only makes sense. Look, you've had roommates, right? Well, I did live in a share house at one point, but... Wait, did I tell you that? Maybe. Who can say? What's going on here? Anyway, I'll be honest. I find you very attractive. So try dating one of the other 4 guys. They're a handsome group, right? Go on, give it a go. Wait. So you're not gonna go after me yourself. You're like, date someone else, and then we'll talk. This is not acceptable. I sat my hands down on the desk. I'm suddenly furious at his shameless audacity. It's perfectly obvious why you haven't gotten married yet, Alan. I can't help it if I fall for a woman who's already in love. What do you want me to say? That's morally and ethically completely off limits. But if someone falls for me first, I just can't find them attractive, you know. So you simply can't see someone as a potential mate unless they already belong to someone else. I guess you can say that, in so many words. If you weren't already aware, you should realize that polygamy is against the law. Not as long as I don't get married, right? Why are you even here in the first place? Because I'm interested in marriage. If we're gonna make any progress, we're gonna have to adjust your fundamental perspective on things. I'm touched by your interest in me. I see now why all of his advisors gave up on him. Changing this guy's basic outlook on life isn't gonna be an easy task. He says he's interested in marriage, but all he really wants is other people's lovers. I have no idea how to find him a partner. What if I introduce him to someone looking to commit marriage-based fraud? No. We must address his fetish or his marriage will crumble. To be honest, it'd be a heck of a lot easier to just shoot him with one of my arrows. But that would be admitting defeat to my dad. Even so, I have no idea if I'll actually be able to change my members' values. Still, I have no choice but to do it. I need to get promoted and prove Dad wrong. Hi. When I returned to my senses, I realized Alan was holding my hand. I immediately slapped it away. Okay, scratch that. He's the worst one. Now then. With all the interviews finished, I returned to my desk and stared at the 5 profile sheets. Where do I even begin? To be honest, this was the first time I'd ever had to deal with members that seemed so utterly helpless from the start. Up until now, I always found a solution. Some were more difficult than others, but they all had an honest desire to get married. But this time around, it seems like Gil is the only one that actually wants to find a wife. But even in his case, I showed him a bunch of member data earlier, but every time he said, she's not my type, and turned them down. Oh, hi. Chi? Chi stared up at me, unsure what to do. I picked him up and put him on my lap and started to pet him. Chi is a divine beast, so nobody else can see him. When I want to pet him, I have to do it in secret. Wonder what Skill's type even is. I always got a sense that he had a thing for Claris back when we were in school. In which case, why don't I try matching the two of them together? Everyone else is just a little too complicated at the moment. Looking back through my interview notes, I was reminded that I'd written down something Ryuki said. DA536E. What could this possibly mean? It's a hex code. I was playing around with those earlier in Photoshop, so I recognize that string of numbers and letters. I did a quick search for the term. Oh, is she gonna look it up? The word camellia popped up. It looked like some kind of dark pink color. Why would he mention a color? Oh, that's a cute color. Lucky you. Huh? What do you mean? Claris had called out suddenly and I looked up at her. Ryuki picked that up for you, right? People say that he can sense a person's color. A person's color? Is that some kind of what? Synesthesia? People with synesthesia can often taste words or see sounds. It's similar to my ability to sense compatibility between two people, so I spent some time learning about the subject. Yeah, that's the word. When he meets someone beautiful, he sees an equally beautiful color. Bridal Advisor A, hi. Of course he thinks you're ugly. Your color will be ugly too. He says I was a 5'1", 4'7", 6'6". It's a kind of dark muddy color. Pretty rude, right? Oh, that's right. You were his previous advisor, right? Yeah, but he never showed up to our appointment, so we barely ever talked. So that's Ryuki's previous advisor. Our desks are pretty far away from each other, so I haven't spoken with her much. From speaking to professional models about their photo shoots, he can be harsh. So he's pretty hard to deal with. I had no luck. Just trying to get out of this while you can. Rule's last advisor is worried about you too. Huh? I glanced around and suddenly noticed that everyone on my floor was staring at me. Bridal Advisor B. That's her! Mr. Snail is making her deal with the entire Parasite 5! Poor thing, no one should have to deal with all of them at once. Yeah, no one can handle that. I quit right on the spot. Boy, they must feel pretty strongly about it, but it was an obvious right away that those 5 are trouble. Don't be fooled by his good looks. That glamour parasite will tear you to shreds without a second thought. You did have a pretty sharp tongue, it's true. What? Glamour parasite? I never heard the phrase before. Clarice just gave out a tiny giggle. You didn't know they all had nicknames? Wow, you really don't pay attention to rumors, do you? But you know, they all have their issues, right? They're like little parasites that feed off those specific issues, hence the name. Gil is the lovelorn parasite who can never get over his lost love. Mr. Anonymous is the prestige parasite. He only cares about his SS rank. Raoul is the obsessed parasite. He gets lost in his own world. Ryuki is a glamour parasite, naturally. Finally, we have Alan, the thieving parasite. I see, so when you put them all together, you get the Parasite 5. Be careful, okay? Alan's last supervisor quit because of him. Really? Were they, like, dating or something? No idea. I was too nervous to ask. But I heard her mumbling his name and as she walked out the door for good. Wow, that's kind of scary. Gil's advisor had trouble too, if I recall. That's right. Every time I tried to introduce him to someone, he had a new excuse for why they weren't right for him. Doesn't that just mean he's picky? No, he's obsessed with some unforgettable woman from his past for sure. Must have been quite the awful breakup. And he's a lovelorn parasite. An unforgettable woman? Could it have been Clarice? Raoul gets way into talking about mythology and conversations with him can get out of hand. Buy some antacids now, you're gonna need them. Well, I appreciate your concern, everyone. I tried to laugh it off, but they were all looking at me with pity in their eyes. To them, it looks like I had this nigh impossible mission forced on me. But honestly, I don't really mind. This is my chance to earn my next promotion. So many bridal advisors talking to me. But why did Mr. Snail have to go and poke the hornet's nest anyway? He should have just cut the Parasite 5 loose for good. I couldn't agree more. If there's a time to deal with them, I'd rather spend that time helping members who actually have some hope. We make our money on membership fees, right? Better to marry 10 than waste valuable time on those 5. Better reviews, bigger bonuses. Ha! Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most times all you have to do is feed them into the Cupid system, introduce the matches, and the job's done. The bottom line is, the most cost-effective thing we could do is to give up on those 5 troublemakers completely. Why is everyone talking like this? Aren't we all supposed to be our little version of Cupid? The job of a bridal advisor is to bring people together. I mean, they're all trying to eat, you know? They're just trying to do their job, and it seems like an impossible task. Can't just abandon them, not even the problematic ones. If someone truly wants to get married, it's our duty to help them. Can't deny that their approach would raise the overall numbers of marriage. The fact that marriage rates in the human realm are up thanks to the Cupid Corporation, though, so their methodology isn't totally wrong. But I'm the real deal Cupid, in the flesh. I have to be completely sincere in my desire to help people fall in love. After all, I've been bringing humans together since the day of Leonardo da Vinci himself. I swear I'm gonna get every last one of them married. Making that solemn promise to myself, I began reviewing all their documents one more time. Is that the end of the chapter? Nope. This is a long chapter. Whoa! That sure was a surprise. I never thought I'd see her again. Certainly not there of all places. It's been 2 years since she'd failed to notice my feelings for her. 2 years since I was rejected. It's all flooding back to me. I know I have to face forward into the future, but not a single day has gone by that I haven't thought about you, Lynette. Oh no. Yeah, he does have a crush on her. President? Office? I believe that covers everything she's included in her report as of this moment. Excellent, good work. Thank you, then if you'll excuse me. That certainly was quite the report. So she requested a full investigation to discover if Monsieur Essay really does exist. Which means she doesn't know it's me yet. And she had a feeling, but you're denying it. Owen knows what he has to do, so I'll keep him on as my representative for now. I simply can't afford to destroy the image of the president of Cupid Corp being a devoted husband. If it were up to me, I'd clear up this misunderstanding immediately, but our ad agency would never go for it. I hate being so dishonest, but all they have to do is mention the potential damage to our stock price. There's nothing I can say to that. Besides, the agency manager was a year above me in college. I owe him a lot. But eventually my lie will be found out, unless I can hurry up and get married and turn the lie into the truth. Marriage? Is that really something I need in my life? My whole life, all I cared about is reaching SS rank. I detest wasted efforts, and feelings of love are nothing if not illogical. Oh, it's going through everybody. Cupid's bow. Wait, what? I need to finish things up here before Jupiter discovers me. But I can't believe how easy it was to make contact with her. And I had no idea that merely feeding was considered stealing love down here. Anyway, I need to make sure I keep my true identity hidden, or they might try and drive me out. But there's only one way for an incubus like me to feed. To bed women in their dreams. Oh, wait. He's not a normal dude. We have demons here? Alright, next chapter, Love Batch Test. This is a good time to stop. I didn't think that chapter would be that long. We have some chapters that are long, some are short. Alright, let's save somewhere. Save here. Okie doke, well, we have quite an interesting cast. Yeah, I don't know what to say, like, they aren't really normal per se, it's like, I don't know, we have to like fix all of them, they're just, like, have you ever like met someone, you're like, oh, I'm gonna try to fix you. But yeah, I feel like it's just gonna go all horribly wrong. I wasn't expecting them to throw an incubus at us though. It seems like the other dudes are normal though. They just have really weird quirks. We'll see how this goes. Anyway, I need a break. My throat is dying. I need to take a cough drop or something, drink water. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fun time with this. I have. It's making me laugh. It's everyone's just so weird. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.